Hi, Ron Sheets again. In my last email, I suggested that your customers are your customers more because of how you take care of them than what you do, the fixing of the cars and maintaining of their cars. Now, are you familiar with the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill? In it, Mr. Hill writes that you're not paid for what you know, but rather who you are and what you do. You see, the what you do is not about fixing or maintaining cars. That's the deliverable. That's the thing that people pay for. The thing you really do is that you take care of them and their cars. You fix their problems. That's what you do. And when customers come to understand that, they keep coming back time and time again. Now, in my last email, I said that I would prove this point to you. So I want to introduce you to Mark Daniels. He's a second-generation owner of Dan's Auto Service in Taberg, New York. Mark and his dad run a 4-bay shop, and they have for 40 years now. Over the past year, we've started promoting the shop on the fact that they're a family-owned business in some of their print advertising, in their radio advertising, and in their television advertising. We've also started talking about that they've been around for 40 years and why that's important. It's really all about integrity and what they understand that auto repair really means to customers. What they're doing for customers. They're doing what's right for customers. They're being that old-fashioned, old-world, original, traditional auto repair mechanic. Now, we've promoted their Tires at Cost program. We've created a Brakes for Babies program. And we've started telling their story in marketing and advertising. Their story is just like the one you have. Yours is unique to you. Dan's Auto Service and Mark's is unique to them. It's the how you got in business, the why you're in business, why you do the things the way that you do. That's what makes you different. You're not like the big retail stores where they're run like McDonald's. McDonald's isn't really in the fast food business. They're not in the food business because they don't have great food. They're in the convenient food business. And that's what people know. So they accept the substandard pimply-faced kids behind the counter, and they accept that because they're in the convenient food business. You're not in the convenient auto repair business. You're in the quality auto repair business. And when you start telling that story, it'll cut through all the other advertising because it's at the core of what people are looking for in a repair shop. They want a trusted advisor, and I'm guessing that's what you want to be to them. Not just an auto mechanic, you want to be their trusted advisor to advise them on what they need to have done to keep their car running safely and properly. Now, has it worked for Dan's Auto Service? In a big way. For most repair shops, they get customers from about within 5-mile radius of the shop. Dan's has people traveling as far as 45 minutes to bring their cars in. Now, Dan has a lot of other great services and programs to help support those people that are traveling. But the bottom line is there are people traveling a great distance to bring their car to Dan's Auto Service. Why? Because they feel they can trust them. This is true for distant customers, but it's also true for the local ones who've known of Dan's, but now they've never tried them. Now they try them and they find out truly what the difference is. I know in my own business is that people really don't get to understand and appreciate what it is that I do until they get to experience it. Then the real value kicks in. And I'm sure it's the same with you. Now in Dan's, Mark actually told me that one of their customers told them from the advertising that they saw, from the experience that they had on the phone, to the experience that they had when they brought their car into the shop, the customer, and I quote, said, "I finally have a repair shop that I can trust." A former customer of theirs who had left went to one of the big name brand shops, was getting their work done, but wasn't happy with it. They came back to Dan's Auto because of Dan's Brakes for Babies initiative and said to them, "I remember you talking about that in June." And 6 months later, he comes back, brings his car back, and he's been coming back time and time again. You see, people don't mind spending money as long as they know they're spending it with people that they know, like, and trust. Now, has it paid off for Dan's? The results are reaching nearly an additional $100,000 in revenue in 12 months. An additional $100K. And the customers are friendlier, less price sensitive, and the work is more profitable. Now, I'm not suggesting that you drop everything that you're doing now and just change your direction in your advertising and your marketing. No, Dan's also still does traditional advertising and marketing, but they've altered the tone of their message and people are responding with their wallets and pocketbooks. Now, this is a long-term strategy, one that creates equity in your customers by returning more frequently and referring more of their friends and their family.
We feel that we're in the relationship business, not the automotive repair business, shall you say.
Now, in these past 2 emails, I've shown you how to attract customers, a message that you can start to put out to attract customers. In my next email, I'm going to reveal to you why your customers are leaving you. And I'm going to suggest a way to put a fence around your customers and shield them from competitors, including those big retail brands who have their deep pockets and big advertising checkbooks. Now, for some of you, this will be a program you already offer customers, but aren't promoting nearly enough. Let me say that again. In my next email, I'm going to tell you about a program that you may already have, but aren't promoting to your customers nearly enough and aren't leveraging it well enough to put that fence around your customers in order to keep them in your shop and keep them coming back time and time again. In fact, if you have this program, I'll bet that there's less than 20% of your customers who already are in this program. And a majority of your customers aren't even aware of it, even if you've told them about it before. All right? So I'll be talking to you in another 2 days, and you'll be getting an email from me. You won't have to see my mug again. So watch for that email in 2 days.
Hi, I'm Dave Justice, owner of 3 automotive facilities in Cleveland, Ohio. I've known Ron for about 4 years now, met him at a event. I had some ideas of how I thought I wanted to go to market to touch my customers. Had an opportunity to sit down with Ron, and he blew me away. He set together a program, basically a done-for-you program. Ron took care of all of it and implemented it for me quickly, easily, and very productively. And at the end of the day, it's made a huge change in my business for the positive. Ron is available when I need him, and it's a done-for-you situation. He takes care of it.